Today I'm going to show you about log targets that exist in the Datapowerv. So we will see how a log target is configured, but before we see that, we need to know a couple of things about log targets. So first thing is the usability. What is the use of a log target? As you have seen in my earlier video, Datapowerv has a detailed level of logging. So if you click on view logs, you will see that there is logging that is going on over here. But the problem associated with it is that it is basically intermixed with the logs that you are searching, and there are a couple of more data that you can find which is not of your particular use. So what will happen if you want to troubleshoot a specific piece of object or a specific category of object, and you want to know that what is happening, what is going on, and you want to collect logs related to that object only. So for example, you have created a web service proxy, and you want to collect logs related to that web service proxy only. To facilitate such kind of debugging, Datapowerv has provided log targets. So you can configure log targets, and you can say that this log target will collect logs for that particular object only. There is a range of granularity that you can specify with logging targets. So you can specify that this logging target will collect logs for only this kind of object, or this category of object, which is a higher level of granularity. So you can do that, and as a result, the logs which you will see or which will be collected as part of that logging target will hold your required logs only, and it will not hold another kind of spurious logs which is not of your interests. So let's go ahead and see how a logging target is created in Datapowerv, and we will test them as well. So to do that, you should be in appropriate domain, and click here, write here log target. Right. So we are on this screen, and I will click add. Once I click add, I have several options to create it. I will provide it a name. For example, test log target. Okay. Optionally, comment you can provide. Now you need to provide where this log target will do the logging. So I will say file. Once I say file, relevant options come down, but before we go down, let's see what other options are. Log format. So log format we choose as text. So you have seen the default logging that is happening on the Datapowerv logs. I have just shown you that. That format is a text format. So we want our logging to happen on the same format. That's why we chose text, but any format will suffice. So you can CBE, CSV, raw, text, XML, whatever is your choice, you can do that. Typically when we choose XML, the intent is that we export the log, and then we have a log viewing program which can take this XML document and format it in an appropriate way, so that this is suitable for logging. And timestamp format is syslog, let it be as it is. Feedback detection, this is something which stops looping. So what happens is that sometimes when logs are generated, a kind of loop may get generated in logging mechanism. So this log target will detect such kind of looping, and will not collect logs over and over from that loop. Similar is identical event detection. So if identical events happen, this log will not collect them more than once. File name. So I will say log temp, and test log file .txt. So we want this kind of, so I have provided basically a file name and a directory name where that particular log file will reside. Log size is 500 kilobytes, which seems sufficient to me as of now. Archival mode is rotate. So data power, these two parameters go hand in hand, number of rotations and archival mode. So what it says is that after once we have a log file which has size 500 kilobytes, it will be dumped into log temp directory for archival purpose. Now, there are three such files that can go to the log temp directory. Once three files get archived there and the log is still keep on generating, then the first file which was archived will be overwritten with the new log. So that's why this is number of rotations. This is typically the same design which we found in of Oracle database if it runs into if it does the default logging. So what happens in Oracle database is that you will have typically redo log files or something like that, and they are fixed in number 3, 4, 5, whatever you specify. And if your database is not running in archival log mode, then the default behavior is that 3 of the files get created, and after, if the logs keep on generating, then those files will be utilized for further logging purpose. So that's the same design. Security, leave it for the moment, and encryption mode, leave it as well. Backup log, you need not configure it, it's an optional parameter. Now here is event filters. Event filters allows you to choose what events you want to subscribe and what events you do not want to subscribe. This is typically an advanced feature, and there is a specific use for that. But for current purpose, we can just omit it. Yeah, so we have now object filters. Object filters basically specifies which object you are interested in. So for example, if you have created a web service proxy and you want to collect logs associated with that proxy only, so you will click add over here. Then in the object type you will choose a web services proxy, WSP. That will be somewhere it is. Give me a second, I'm finding out. Yeah, so this is it. This is web service gateway. This is basically web service proxy. So you need to choose that web service, the object type. Then you can type in object name over here. Object name is a mandatory parameter if you want to fill it. But since there is no object as of now, there is no web service proxy over here, so I will leave it as a default. I will cancel it and I will not select it. There is also an option that we need to provide add reference objects. So what it will do is that a web service proxy is something which references a lot of objects inside it. It's a top level object, so it is composed of a lot of objects inside it. And if we say that add reference object is on, then this logging target will try to log logs associated with all those inherent objects as well. So that's how this typical option works. So I'll cancel it as of now. And now we have IP address filter. So you can specify that you want your log target to collect logs associated with only a particular IP address. So this is how this is working. Event triggers is something which allows you to do when a particular event happens. So for example, let's say if a particular kind of logging happens, then do you want to perform some action in the Datapowerv? If you want, then this is the place to go. You click add and there is message ID that you can put here. This message ID is something which is shown over here. Yeah, I think this one is the message ID. This event code is something which we need to put there. So event triggers, This is for that purpose. Regular expression, this is for matching something in your log message. And this is CLI command, so you can specify the command that Datapowerv should execute when particular kind of message appears over here. So this is how it is configured. And then it is event subscription. So event subscription specifies you that what particular event that you want to catch. So since we do not have any kind of object configured over here in this particular domain, so we will not be able to put the object filter, but we will definitely put the event filter to see how this log target behaves. Let's say that I want to collect logs for AAA policy only, and this is minimum event priority. So event priorities are over here, and practical way in which this is used is that, for example, if you select that minimum event priority of, let's say, debug, then what will happen is that events whose priority is debug and above all will be collected by this logging target. Similarly, if you choose error, logs whose minimum event priority is error or above will be collected by your log target, but logs which have a minimum event priority of warning or notice or information or debug will not be collected. If you want to collect all the logs, choose the debug. So I click on apply. So I have a freshly created logging target available. You can see it is up, and I would like to test it. So how would I test? Remember, we want event category as AAA and minimum event priority is debug. So there is a tool provided in Datapowerv through which you can test the logging target. All you need to do is to go to control panel, troubleshooting. This is the option which we typically use for testing the logging targets. So we say that manually generate a log with a log target AAA. You can see log level debug. Log message is, this is my test message during logging target configuration. That's it. Event code I do not know, so I will not select it. Generate log event, confirm, and close. Now let's see if that logging target is working fine or not. First of all, we will see that our log got generated correctly or not. To do that, go to view logs and see. Okay, so here that logging is not available. Fine. Let's go to the file system. Let's see if our file got created or not. Yeah, our file got created, which is test logfile.txt, and you can see that whatever we have done, I mean the logs that we have generated manually, is collected by it. We can go ahead and we can again test one more thing. So go ahead, troubleshooting section, choose AAA, and let's see if remember we have configured that logging level as debug in that log target. So the expected result is that even if a log with log level error, that needs to be collected there as well. So I have selected error, and log message is this is a test message with log level error. Generate event log, confirm, close, go back to file management, log temp. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so your second log is also over. So that is how a typical logging target is configured. If you don't want the logging target to log, then you can go ahead and you can disable them. Log target, go ahead. You can always disable them so that they do not collect logging on the Datapowerv appliance. So this is how a typical logging target is configured. You can play around various options. They give you plenty of flexibility in order to collect logs, and this is very helpful thing in troubleshooting as well. And remember that logs can not only be collected on the Datapower appliance, they can be sent over TCP or UDP channels if you have that configured outside. So they can also be collected over there as well, and that's how they are done in typical production environment. So that's all for configuring the logging target. Thanks for viewing my video. This is Ajita.